Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of the ocean, not watching it, but listening to it. The waves don't rush. They don't force anything. They simply arrive and return. The sky above you is endless blue. The water mirrors it, soft, fluid, alive. And as you breathe in, it feels like something inside you begins to open. Your chest, your throat, your voice. Not louder, just clearer. This is the energy of turquoise. Turquoise is not a quiet stone like jade. It moves, but gently, like water finding its way around stone. Not through force, but through persistence. It carries the energy of truth. Not the kind you argue with, but the kind you finally allow yourself to feel. For thousands of years, turquoise has been seen as a stone of protection and guidance. In ancient cultures, from Egypt to Persia to Native American traditions, it was worn not just as decoration, but as a shield. A protector of energy, a bringer of good fortune, a bridge between the spoken word and the deeper truth within. But turquoise doesn't protect by building walls. It protects by clearing what doesn't belong. There's something almost refreshing about turquoise, like stepping into cool water on a warm day. It doesn't overwhelm you. It resets you. Negative energy, emotional heaviness, unspoken tension. Turquoise doesn't fight these things. It washes them away. Gently, continuously, like waves smoothing the shoreline. Again and again, until what once felt heavy feels lighter. And then there is the voice. Turquoise is deeply connected to the throat chakra. But this isn't just about speaking more. It's about speaking truth. Have you ever felt something inside you, but couldn't quite find the words? Or maybe you did have the words, but something held you back. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of saying too much or not enough. Turquoise doesn't push you to speak. It creates the space where truth feels safe to rise. Because not all silence is peace. And not all words are truth. Turquoise helps you feel the difference. If you've been holding things in, if conversations feel heavy before they even begin, if your thoughts feel tangled, like threads you can't quite unravel, Turquoise invites you to soften, not to avoid what needs to be said, but to say it from a place of clarity instead of tension. Because truth, when it comes from calm, lands differently. There's another layer to turquoise, one that many people don't notice at first. It doesn't just help you speak outwardly, it helps you listen inwardly to that quiet voice beneath the noise, the one that doesn't shout but always knows. And when that connection becomes stronger, something shifts. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop searching outside for constant validation. You begin to trust what you already feel. People who feel drawn to turquoise often stand at a quiet crossroads, not lost, but no longer willing to ignore their own truth. They feel the need for honesty, for alignment, for a life that feels real, not perfect, not loud, just true. And turquoise meets you exactly there, not with pressure, but with flow. It reminds you that clarity doesn't come from forcing answers. It comes from clearing the noise. When you hold turquoise or simply imagine its energy, you may notice something subtle. Your breath becomes deeper. Your throat feels more open. Your thoughts less crowded. And slowly, your words begin to match what you feel. Without effort, without overthinking. Turquoise is often called a stone of good fortune, but not in the way people expect. It doesn't bring luck by chance. It brings alignment. And when your thoughts, your words, and your feelings move in the same direction, life begins to respond differently. Opportunities feel clearer, decisions feel easier, and the path ahead feels less uncertain. There is also a quiet protection within turquoise, not protection from the world, but from distortion, from miscommunication, from misunderstanding yourself, from saying yes when you mean no, or staying silent when something inside you is asking to be heard. It protects your truth, because your voice is not just sound, it is direction, it is boundary, it is creation. And turquoise helps you use it with clarity and calm. So the next time you feel overwhelmed or when words feel stuck, or when something inside you is asking for expression. Pause, take a breath, and imagine that ocean, steady, open, endless. Feel that cool, clear energy of turquoise moving through you, not forcing, just allowing, because truth doesn't need to be chased, it needs to be heard. And sometimes all it takes is a little space to finally let it rise. So I'll leave you with this. Are you holding back your voice, or are you ready to let it flow?